Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the UN. My name is Cannon, and I am a 5th grade student at the Anglo-American School of Moscow. My concern is famine. The icing to Somalian famine was caused by mankind and their thirst for power. I think this is happening because of foreign aid, government and politics, and lastly, economy. Famine is at least 20% of the population has access to fewer than 2,100 calories of food a day. 30% of the children have acute malnutrition. 2 deaths per 10,000 people, or 4 child deaths per 10,000 people every day. This is what famine is. First of all, foreign aid can't get in from the south because of a militant Islamic group called Al-Shabaab. Al-Shabaab is linked to Al-Qaeda, who are backing them with money, guns, and training. A lot of Somali citizens have gone to Kenya and Ethiopia, which Kenya and Ethiopia hate this because they're enemies with the terrorist group called Al-Shabaab. But the UN and other aid organizations want the villagers to stay and plant because of the recent rainfall. Another reason people cause famine is because of the government. Since 1991, when the government fell, people have died. But in 2006, Al-Shabaab, Islamic militants, gained control and used its Islamic laws. Example: if you were to steal, you would have your right hand cut off. Around 2010, Al-Shabaab forced out aid organizations such as UN and others. Also, Kenyan government blocks Somali citizens from coming in because they, UN, built a refugee camp, and Kenya is too poor and has its own problems. Lastly, they didn't have a stable government. Without a government, they didn't have laws, so there was a civil war. That turned into famine and disaster. Last of all is the economy. The economy pulled out when the real government failed. Food prices went up too high and families would starve. The shops and farms closed down when they got no money. So they moved to Kenya hoping for work. But Kenya didn't have any space, so they would just sit in a refugee camp. Also, the companies didn't come back because they would be wasting money on security and materials to build shops. I think we could, the UN, build a small airport so you could bring more supplies in. You could also teach the Somalian villagers how to speed up their planting process and able to protect themselves from Al-Shabaab and other terrorist groups. How would you feel if you have no food or water?